Hey guys, Danny here from Hearts and Minds TV. Very special guest, not just for myself personally, but for all you guys as well. John Wayne Parr, living legend in the Muay Thai world, great guy, multiple world championships. As we'll show you, it's an absolute honour and privilege for me just to be training here today and to be speaking to you. So, so grateful. Thank you very much for this. But yeah, we're just talking about family, and he was telling me about how his kids are going and things like that, particularly as a 9-year-old myself. And you were just mentioning then, your 11-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, so what is it a girl or a boy?
Little Gemma, so she turns 11 today. She's jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, but mainly Muay Thai. And yeah, her desire is to beat her sisters and brother and becoming more of a champion than they are.
Yeah. So I imagine they've just been around this the whole time.
Oh yeah, so when my daughter was born, Jazzy, so I picked her up from the hospital. And then I was late for class, so I went straight from the hospital straight to the gym for me to teach before she went home to her cot. So definitely born in the gym.
Was there a time where they were not wanting to be in the gym?
No.
They just loved it straight away?
Yeah, because this is our business. We're here every day, twice a day. And then that's in their environment they grew up in, and it's like a big playpen. Everything's soft and you can run around on the ring and bounce on the ropes and got the balls and mats and do flips and then being around other kids as well, and then I was still competing and Angie was still competing, so them seeing us traveling and hopefully we could inspire them to want to live the same sort of dream to instead of working a 9 to 5, just live martial arts. Yeah,
that's so good, and we can relate to it ourselves with both being in business together, and the little fella's literally with us all the time, doing everything. But going back on, you've obviously had an amazing career, and someone of my generation, I've been watching it and following you for such a long time. I know you spent such a long time in Thailand. I'm sure there was obstacles. Was there times you wanted to quit?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then how did you even get past that? How did you keep going for so long as well?
So I'd be in this conundrum where I start a fight camp, and then let's say the fight camp 6 weeks, about 3 weeks in, you're just hating it, thinking, oh, this is it. This is one more. I'll do this one and I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Yeah. And then you have the fight and you win. Next minute you're on the TV and you're in the magazine and it's like, whoa, I can't wait for. Oh, when's my next? And then next minute the fight starts and then you're back in that camp again. It's like, nah, this is my last one. And then that's kept going and going and going. It was very tough. And then living in poverty too, living on the floor, no toilet paper, having to use water for 4 years. They'll do my bum. It was next level sort of, but that motivates you too because you don't want to be that guy. I want to strive for greatness because I can't get any more low than right now, and that makes you want to train harder and be more successful. So yeah, I think poverty definitely helps a drive. Yeah,
that's so cool. What you've obviously had over 100 fights and stuff. In terms of maybe the losses, how did you deal with overcoming them?
So majority of my losses were very close. So half my losses are one of those ones where you swear your hand's gonna get raised, and the next minute it's like, what?
Yeah.
So out of my 39, I think about 15 of them are like, what? And then just knowing that you're just there, it's not like you're losing, and you fix those mistakes and use that as motivation for your next fight. All right, I'm not going to do that same mistake. Make sure I'm fitter, stronger, harder, and then hopefully success.
Always learning. And then I've been following your fights, and you've fought some weapons throughout the years. When you're preparing for them, what's your preparation like? Are you focusing on them? Are you focusing on yourself? What was the kind of?
So a little bit of research with that. Now with the computers, it's a little bit easier to research your guys. But back in the 90s, you just get a name and a record, and then you just got to train and mainly concentrate on you. The more you think about him, he becomes the boogeyman, and then when the fight starts, what you thought was going to happen doesn't happen, and it's like, oh, I've wasted 6 weeks of thinking all the worst case scenarios, and he's just a human like me. He feels everything. So as long as I know that I'm not missing days, I'm trying to train harder than yesterday, and then just growing, and then by the time long as I'm fit and ready and can finish my run, take a deep breath and know that I've done the work, then I can go positive.
Okay, 2 more questions because I know you're busy. This one's for me. So I'm fighting at the end of this month at 75, and I'm currently at 84, which I need to get going.
Yes.
And I know you used to weight cut 10 kilos. Was that
Yeah,
what's
so
going on?
let's say I had a 10-week camp, I'd try and diet as much as I could, and then if I had like a 5 or 6 to go, and then I'd tracksuit pants, I'd go sweatsuit, tracksuit, then another sweatsuit on top just to cook.
Yeah.
And then I stopped eating and drinking for 2 days. I get to the stage where every time we stood up, you get those little black dots. And then it was so bad. And then, but the good thing was, like once I made weight, within 24 hours, I could put on between 10 and 12 kilos. So if I was fighting at 72, I could be like 84 like the next day.
And what, did that affect you at all? Like in terms of...
Yeah. So it's almost like you eat till you have that under your top button. And then once you can start breathing again, you eat again. So it's almost like a job to force yourself to eat.
Total fuel for the next 24 hours.
And then I want to try and get as big as I can. So if I get into the clinch, I can hang off here and make it more drained.
Okay.
So yeah, if I can hit that a little bit harder, so any little things to make a better impact here.
And why the suit instead of the sauna? Like
Just too long. I'd rather go for a run and get it over and done with. In one run, I can usually lose about 4 kilos. So if I lose 4 and I have still got a little bit to go, I can have a hot bath and try and get the rest off that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd rather do that than sit in the sauna for 2 hours and suffer.
Yeah. I can understand. That's mad. Okay, last one. What's next for John Wayne Parr?
Just teaching seminars. It's so much fun. I just come back from Singapore last weekend. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I did a seminar during the day. Then a couple of hours later, I went on stage and talking about my life story and living in Thailand and living in poverty and fighting the Thais. And it was amazing. Both activities in one day. Very exhausting, but very cool.
Yeah. Hey, did you do any keynote speaking or anything like that?
That was my 4th ever speaking gig.
Yeah, mad.
So
Okay.
it's a bit of fun.
Because you got a story, man. You got a story that like...
Very lucky to back when in the 90s, no Westerner was doing what I was doing. So Westerner would go to Thailand and live in Bangkok for like a month, and then they go back home. I was the first guy to sort of stay there years and at a time, and then that sort of started a trend.
Yeah.
Even the promoters were like, man, when are you going to go home? I said, oh no, I'm not going nowhere. Yeah. And because I was convenient, it was easy for the promoters to use me too. Right, a Westerner fighting a Thai, that's always going to bring
crowds and stuff.
And then being the white guy in the magazines, I was the first Westerner to make the front cover of the Thai magazine. It's a bit faded now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and there was a story. There was like a 4 or 5 page story inside. So I had 9 fights for 9 wins. And then, the first Westerner.
How old were you then?
I just turned 21.
21, man. How old's your son now?
17.
Yeah, right.
Well, a lot of boys would be out partying at 21. How did you get around that?
So the worst part was my 21st was on the Wednesday, and then I was fighting at Lumpini Stadium in Bangkok on the Saturday. So my 21st, I had to wear the sweatsuit and go for a run and lose all the weight instead of getting out in the piss. And I was like, and then, but the good thing was, if you won by knockout at the stadium, you win a gold chain, which is worth about $500. And then I wanted to give myself my 21st birthday present was to knock this guy out, and I knocked him out in the second, and I got the gold chain. So I gave myself my 21st birthday present.
That's so cool. What a story that like just getting pissed like.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. John, thank you so much, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, bro. Good luck with it all. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and keep inspiring people because you're inspiring people like me, bro. Hey, so, recording? Yeah, so that was awesome. I trained with one of my heroes, man, so I was pretty excited about this today. Got to train with John Wayne Parr, and, you know, I thought I was, like, pretty technically, I was good, but like, he showed me some different things that made me a little bit uncomfortable, in a good way, about different techniques and how to generate power, a lot better. Yeah, it was really good.
How did you respond to that?
How did I respond? I was just open-minded and like really kind of trying to learn it, really. So now I've got things to put into practice. I mean, they're not like over-the-top things, but they're just little tweaks that are going to help me become a better fighter, really. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is the bit where I say this thing and you like click on the like and subscribe, and then what that's gonna help us do more of this stuff and grow and give you guys and me some cool stuff to be able to do. If you enjoy it, let me know, comment, you know the crack. Peace.